The tuck chest to wall is a way to absolutely bolster your handstand and get your shoulders super strong. As well, of course, if you're working towards press to handstand or even just the tuck shape, this is going to be something you're working towards. So all we're going to do is set up in a chest to wall position, but we're not going to go as close as we usually go, because obviously as we bring our knees closer to the floor, our hips are going to naturally be pushed away from the wall. So this is something you're going to have to play around with and take your time to figure out, okay, where do I actually have to place my hands in relation to the wall to allow the knees to come down that is suitable for my level. Now, before Susie goes up there, I want to make it very clear that it's a harder chest to wall, and the lower the knees go, the more you have to go into shoulder flexion and the more elevation you need to have, which means it's going to get very, very heavy, which means you probably won't be able to hold this very long if you go to your end range. So that's another variable you're going to have to play with, is like, how low do I actually take my knees and what's the end goal? Am I trying to just max out my depth and spend, 10 to 15 to 20 seconds there? Or do I want to get longer holds, get more familiar with the positions and spend like 20 to 30 to 40 seconds there, yeah? So depending on the intent as well will determine how low you want to go. Now, for the purpose of this demonstration, I'm going to get Susie to go as low as she comfortably can so you can see what I want to have happen from the hips, yeah? Because I'm going to want a posterior pelvic tilt, not so much arching the lower back, like not really sticking the butt out like this. This you can do, but it's an easier balance. I want to load up the shoulders, get them strong, and get you closer to a press handstand. So that means we have to use our hip position in a certain way. So let's get to it. Let's get on up the wall. As I mentioned, a little bit further away than your regular chest to wall. So he's going to go about there, and then we're going to start by putting the knees on the wall and then the heels coming towards the butt. Now you're going to keep that there, press tall through the shoulders, and then we're going to draw the knees down as low as we comfortably can. This is already great. I'm going to ask for a slight posterior pelvic tilt. Fantastic, and we're holding here for time. You can see the shaking's begun because this is very, very hard. Keep pressing tall as much as you can. Fantastic, and coming up and out. And that is your tuck chest to wall. Great job. So you can see, watch this video again with the pelvic position where the hips are kind of rounded. That lower back is kind of a bit more flat. If you video yourself and you see the hips are sticking out and the low back is arched like this, we probably need to bring it back, dial it back, get the knees up a little bit and try to tuck the hips. Again, that's for pressing to handstand. But that is your tuck chest to wall.